Hello, everybody. My name is Rory. I'm from Northern Ireland, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I've come on to review some shirts that I have. As you can see in the background, I have a few old West Ham shirts. I'm a massive West Ham fan from Northern Ireland. You know, my most of my family is all Spurs fans, which didn't go down too well when I decided to support West Ham. But it is what it is. Sorry, my room is a bit of a mess, but we'll get there. My dad's a Spurs fan, my cousin's Spurs fans, aunts, uncles, Spurs fans, and I just felt Spurs just weren't not my team, and except most of my friends who I grew up with are all Man United, Liverpool, Arsenal, even Everton, of all teams, and everybody just asked me why do you want to support West Ham? I just want to be different and support somebody else that's not as well big up there, So I'm kind of glad there's actually two other boys I know from the same town I'm from are actually West Ham fans as well, and yeah, it's pretty cool. But there is quite a few West Ham fans in Northern Ireland. There's actually a West Ham supporters club in Belfast, so there is. But it's like getting tickets for them was pretty. You could get tickets, yes, easily, but you have to join. But I'm 1 hour and a half from Belfast, so I am. So yeah, it's pretty. I would like to join, but we'll soon see. I actually got to see West Ham play back in February 2016 before they left for the London Stadium, and actually my friend Nick, he's actually a massive Chelsea fan. He's originally from West London, so we worked together for years, and he actually got married to a girl from here in Northern Ireland, and we worked for about 10 years together, and then we got paid off, and he texted me out of the blue in Facebook and asked me. He says, "Rory, do you fancy going to see West Ham play?" I was like, "Oh yeah, that'd be great." I says, "Who's going to come with me? Because I'm not going to go by myself." And at that time I had never been to London in my life. And Nick says, "I'll go with you." So he says, "You buy the tickets, and we'll, we'll get flights booked, and we'll go over." But lucky enough that Nick's got a sister living in Watford, so which was handy enough that we got staying at her house, So yes, it was the 4th of February, which was my mother's birthday, and it was West Ham Aston Villa. West Ham won. I think it was 2-0 or 3-0. Yeah, that was the last season of Upton Park. Salvin Bilic was the manager at the time, and Dimitri, because I got to see Dimitri Payet. It was great just to see Upton Park before they moved to the Olympic Stadium. I haven't been to the Olympic Stadium just yet, and I want to go, but not. Don't think I'll go this season because the way West Ham's playing at the moment, and I don't want to buy it. I don't want to buy a ticket and go and see the team lose. That lose badly because we're just atrocious. And I think talking of West Ham, I just feel West Ham, the board itself is just terrible. Just feel like David Sullivan and Karen Brady, like they just don't. It's not run. It's run terribly. You know, it's like you see teams like Brighton and Bournemouth doing very well, and not saying they're small teams, but their club is run better. And I think that's what West Ham need. But I do know that West Ham have a joint owner. I think it's Kamsky or something like that. I can't remember, but he actually owns Royal Mail. I think he owns part of Royal Mail anyway, and he owns Sainsbury's. Then he owns things in the Czech Republic as well. And I'm just going to have a wee drink of my tea here because my mouth is a bit dry. And he owns Slavia Prague in Czech Republic, and I think their fans are not too happy with the man Kemsky because he doesn't buy much, you know, and it's just crazy. But I just feel West Ham itself is just not good at the moment. I just don't know how to explain it. It's just David Sullivan himself, like he's the majority owner of West Ham, and he's just not wants to run things like scrimping and saving, you know. And yeah, it's pretty rubbish, you know. And no, and even talking about the Brentford game on Monday night was terrible. I watched it. I painfully watched it, but it's just one of them things, you know. And I just felt there was no. The setup was so strange, you know. It was like he didn't have Mafropanos on. He didn't have Wan-Bissaka. He didn't have Juve on. You know, but he had Skiles at left back. You know where Juve plays, but I just feel, you know, maybe he's just testing something out. We've got Leeds now on Friday night, which is going to be tough. It's going to be a 6 pointer the whole season, and I don't know what. I don't even know what the score is going to be. I'd be happy if a draw. I know at the moment it's only. Excuse me. It's only 3 points off safety. So even if we're going to win a draw, I know our next few games are just so tough, and it's just no. It's just so. I don't know how. It's not nice being a West Ham fan at the moment because I've already been through, you know, 2 relegations from the Premiership, and you know it's not good. You know, I just feel David Moyes himself. You know, I wish he had stayed. You know, but I don't know. It's just one of them things. You know, and yeah, I think he's been the best manager so he has. So since our worst manager at the moment has been Avram Grant. You know, but it is what it is. Um, what can we do? You know, and I actually support Atletico Madrid in Spain, so I do. But they got a really bad thumping there against Arsenal last night. You know, so which is not good. You know, so two of my teams lost. You know, yeah, pretty much. I mean, one of my two of my favorite West Ham players the last few seasons have been Pablo Fornells and Manuel Lanzini. I know they're both now not at West Ham anymore, but they are both my favourite. I do have a few West Ham shirts there, and the one there is actually my first West Ham shirt I ever got, and they were pretty hard to get because I can remember my mum had like a catalogue was called Freeman's, and then they sold football shirts, and I told mum, "Oh, there's a West Ham shirt. Can I get that?" And she said, "No problem." So I gave mum the money for it, you know, and yes, it's pretty cool, you know, that I got one, and where I'm from in Fermanagh, I'm from a small town called Cash, but we have a main town called Enniskillen, and I had the West Ham shirt on, and people were looking at me very strange. So they were like, "Oh, he's wearing a West Ham shirt," sort of pointing and laughing, you know. So, um, yeah, it is what it is, you know. And what can we do, you know? So, um, I'm drinking my tea here, so I actually do have a West Ham. I have a West Ham train like a zip, like a jumper zip thing. I've got a sorry, I have a West Ham United raincoat here, which I got off eBay and I couldn't believe it because this I'll show you actually now. This here raincoat here it was the last year of West Ham's open bar. You know, so that was that season's training jacket. You know, so you can actually hear it. You know, that there's actually he pressed on. So it is. It's got the Betway in the back. Just leave my tea here for a second. So I still wear this non-stop. It was actually a nice colour. And that's just where your hood is, So it's been some very nice, very very nice top, So I'll actually show you the training. It's a thing. Let's get out of the cupboard here. Here you go here. That's it there. I actually got this off eBay as well. This is only cost me like 30 quid. It was probably brand new. The West Ham shop could have been maybe 60 or 70. So, yeah, that way. That's all heat pressed on, so it is. That's heat pressed on. But I'm trying not to wear it too often because this here is starting to come off. And it's not coming off, but like there's like wrinkles in it. And if you can see there, not too sure if you can, but if you look very closely, yeah, it's not. It's been pretty. I've been wearing this non-stop for a few months now. I decided not to wear it, So now we'll get reviewing of my shirts now. This is my. I do have Paulo Di Canio in the back of this shirt, so as you can see, there is the pony sign, which is pretty cool. That's embroidered on, so it is. And then the old West Ham crest, that's all embroidered on too. I prefer the bowling castle, so I do, and the hammers, So I know it's Paulo Di Canio, like this is really old. Next thing you see the West Ham logos there, and then it's just to show you that there's a pony and what does that actually say? Official merchandise, So yeah, and the cameo itself, it's quite black. I started to crack with it because I wanted to take it off and get it just redone again, but I don't know where to get it done. But as you can see, the camera should be up here. I just felt that the number, yeah, it's probably one of my favorite shirts, So, and the camera is probably one of my favorite players of all time, So, but I didn't like the way he was when he went back to Lazio. But we'll not talk about that. This is my second ever West Ham shirt I ever got, So I'll show you the back. There is the hammers. This made me feel it this time, so I couldn't believe it when it came out. It was such a beautiful top. Back in '98, and you have your Fila. That's all embroidered on, and then this West Ham the badge itself. So this is authentic, like, so it is not fake or anything. So, but you see the Dr. Martens has it's actually quite. It's like felt, but whenever it's actually dark. I don't know how to get that out now, but yeah, and there's like there's like plastic, Fila Tech, So, but I don't wear a shirt too often now, but it's actually quite baggy, so it is, but it's very nice, So, and this is my other West Ham shirt that I got. I actually got this from the West Ham official site back in 2012. Yeah, but the only thing is, I ruined it. I got paint on it, so I did, as you can see there, which I should never have really done. This is back whenever Sam Allardyce was manager. I have to say, Adidas is probably one of my favourite makes, So, and the crest, that's one of my favourite. That there's like heat pressed on, but it's just like test. I've worn it so many times, it's past the test of time, So I didn't get anybody in the back of the shirt, so I didn't. So because obviously whenever you get a name a player's name in the back sometimes to move on so quickly, So and this shirt isn't. This is really. This is not real. This is a fake one. I got it off a friend, and you can see. Look, the sponsor of that there has come off, and then obviously, if you can see, it's cracked. Oh, if you can see it there. Let's see. I can see it there. So that there is starting to come off. So I don't wear this that often, or I just wear it in bed actually. So, but it's one of the nice. I probably will buy this off eBay and have it real. So yeah, it's pretty cool. This is last season's shirt. I got this off DHgate, so I did, and I'm really surprised that the Betway has stayed on. It hasn't come off, and I've worn this non-stop, which I'm happy about. And that there's whenever West Ham won the Cup Winners' Cup, if you can see that there. So we've actually won the Cup Winners' Cup and the Conference League. So I think the Conference League is actually the equivalent of the Cup Winners' Cup. So we've won more trophies than Arsenal. Ha! Well, European trophies, that is. So a wake up and miss. So. And I do have a basketball shirt here, which is Toronto Raptors. But anyway, it's going back to the COVID times. I think it's 21-22 season. That time, Mama Lanzi scored a cracking goal at Spurs. There was no fans. Jesse Lingard returned for West Ham at that stage. So it's 125 years. So it was. I got this from. Where did I get this shirt from? I got this shirt from M&M Direct. It has your. Sorry, I'm going to scratch my ear here. It has the West Ham badge there. It's 125 years, if you can see it. I've worn this so many times that it's starting to bobble a wee bit, very rough there, but I'd like maybe try and buy another one, But excuse me, I've bad sinuses. This is my other West Ham shirt. This is my last West Ham shirt. This is from the same season, but I've got Bulbwell in the back of this shirt. So I have it's got the Premier League badge. Where is it? Here you go. Look at the Premier League badge here. So no, I'm gonna say I've two over West Ham shirts there. Sorry, I just remembered. There's the West Ham badge. I got Bulbwell in the back. I actually got this off eBay. It cost me like 16 quid before, but the number 4 is starting to come off right there, so we'll have to maybe get the iron out and he put it back down again. There's over West Ham's sponsor. But actually I think Bulbwell is playing in Russia now at the moment. So the general. And my Mr. Athletic shirt. I am. There, got it. So back in 2000, back in 2015, I got the tour around the Celtic Calderone, so I did, and a cool tour. I got to see it before it knocked it down, so then they moved to the Malatalapano or something like that. My Spanish is terrible, but yes, this is one of my favourite Atletico shirts at that time. I did have the home shirt, but I don't know what happened to be honest. And yes, I actually bought this from the club shop, Atletico, and that's where's the badge? I actually prefer this La Liga badge I got there, so, but the only thing is, I got this from the shop itself, but the authentic badge came off, so it did because I wore it too many times. I was quite shocked by that. Not good, but I'm having another drink of my tea here. Mm. And then, yes. Oh, yeah, back in 2016, I actually did get to see what Atletico play. Um, who did it? Oh, Celta Vigo. Atletico won 2-0, and this was their home shirt, so it was at that stage. And you see there, the badge, the Celtic Calderon. We actually got this off. What site did I get off the HGate? It's not a real shirt, like, but it's fake. But at there's heat pressed down. Um, excuse me, sorry, my nose is itchy. There's your La Liga shirt, or like the La Liga badge. Even because when I got to see the Flamengo game, it was like I got to see Griezmann, Fernando Torres, Oblak was doing goals. Jimenez was defender. Godin was defense. I think Felipe Luis was playing. I think I remember, but yeah, because at that stage, when I got to see it, I was living in Madrid for 7 weeks because that time I just got married to my now she's my ex wife, and so we lived in Spain for 7 weeks, and I got to see Atletico play then. So yes, I do have a Venezuelan shirt because that's where my ex wife is from originally. So yeah, it's pretty cool to have. And this is my other Atletico Madrid top. I must get more. I have actually two there, so I bought off. I forget what site, but they're not real. But there you go. The black and yellow is pretty cool, So that there's heat pressed down, but this here plus 500 is starting to. It's like I'm trying to describe it. It's it's rough. It feels rough. The sponsor feels rough. It's not smooth, So and if you had a wee nick in your hand or here, you wouldn't have got there. You probably would feel it. We'll go. There's the authentic badge there. This, there you go. I do have it. Oh, I did work in M&S for a while, so when there's the 1966 to 2016, 50 years anniversary, Estadio Vicente Calderon, and I think he was the one of the players, or he was an owner or manager of Atletico. And did you know that Atletico started out as how was it? There was these two students came from Bilbao and in they went to study in Madrid and they started the football team. And that's how they became Atletico. Obviously Athletic Bilbao, but they brought the colours down as the red and white, so which was a cool bit of information. I didn't, because at that stage I was pretty much liking Atletico at that stage. Oh, I forgot to show you the authentic badge on this here. Excuse me. There you go. That's it there. And I got this Flamengo shirt of DHgate. It was the West Ham shirt, the PSG, and this Flamengo top I got off the one supplier. And yes, this is the 2000. I think it's the 2024-25. I think it is. But I can remember my friends years ago that two of Flamengo shirts from 96. They had it. I don't know where they got them from, but I remember saying, asking, where'd you get those shirts from? And I'd never heard of them before. And they said, oh, it's from Flamengo from Brazil. I didn't even know at that stage. Only like pretty young. And obviously, when I thought of Flamengo was like the Flamengo birds, So as I say, there's that Flamengo badge. It's pretty cool, and the star. You've got your Adidas. You got your Aero ready. So you have oh Aero ready. Pretty nice shirt, But I as you see that they're starting to come off. But who's going to notice? So that's the Flamengo shirt. Um, Here's the PSG top. This is the 1995-96 season shirt. And it's like this well, that's there. It's heat pressed down, but it's terrible heat pressed. But this only shirt will be wearing around the house. I'll not be wearing it out. The only flaw I have is the stitching there is not the best, as you can see, but it'll do for me. So it's got your Nike swoosh and there, and you've got your PSG badge there, which is heat pressed down. So it is, I guess it was a nice shirt. Your Nike swoosh is actually embroidered on. So it is. That there is your there's like heat pressed down. So but I do think if I did keep wearing it and washing it, that it'll probably come off. Now I do have. This is the 2018 World Cup Argentina shirt. I did have Lanzini. I think that was number 15. No, it was number 15. I had Manuel Lanzini, but he got injured. But he was already in the World Cup squad. And yes, I say Argentina. No, Adidas have done nice kits. So there's Argentina's 2 World Cups, the AFA. They said they'd get Lanzini, but the number had come off. They're starting to crack there too, so it is. So I say I just wear it in bed. I don't wear it out, so I don't. So it still has a purpose, So I do have 2 Mexican shirts. So this is the 2018 World Cup shirt. I got this off DHgate as well. I did get Chicharito on the back, but it actually came off. You can see the 14 there. And I'm not too sure you can see the 14 just about. I'll get the Chicharito just came off the wash. But yeah, it's one of my favourite tops. So it is, You see the 14 there. Actually, Chicharito's still playing football for Guadalajara, so that's who he's watching, or who he's playing for. This is my Venezuela shirt, and I haven't worn this shirt since me and my ex-wife, split up. Yeah, it's pretty cool to have. I don't think I'll sell it, but I'll wear it from time to time. This Adidas. I got this shirt back in 2014 when I went to Venezuela. Hold on, 1 second. And I got this shirt on Margarita Island. So it is, and there's the what's it say? Football Federation Venezuela football, so it's pretty cool. You've got your, and that's embroidered on, that's sewn on, Adidas, and that's silver, and you can see the Venezuela football flag, so it's pretty. I'll keep that me collection. I'll not sell it, so. And this is a 2022 World Cup, and this one I seen it. I had to buy it. I got this off the HK sorted, so I actually do have two of these. So I thought one wasn't going to come. I thought I was scammed, but then I swear he's in the house, So I got number 4 Alvarez. He does play for West Ham, but he's on loan to Fenerbahce. You have the Adidas is embroidered on, so it is, and Mexico shirt badge is embroidered on too. I did get Edison Alvarez on the back. I think I've worn this loads of times and the number 4 hasn't come off. So it's been actually good printing, so going back, this is my Toronto Raptors shirt. Kyle Lowry. I got this off the HK as well. And this here is the Nike swoosh is heat pressed on, but I don't wear this too often. And you've got the Raptors 7. That's all heat pressed on. I've got Kyle Lowry 7. Not their NBA's. Jerry West is heat pressed. That's all heat pressed. I've only worn this like maybe 3 or 4 times. Here in Northern Ireland, you can't really wear it because the weather is absolutely shocking. So. Now, this is this season's West Ham shirt, and I got this off. There's a boy I follow on YouTube. He's called Retro to Current, and he reviews all different shirts, and he gets stuff sent to him. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So I actually got the West Ham away. I've got the 2 away shirts. I don't like this season's home kit. I might buy it, but I know next year West Ham's it's gonna be. This is Umbro's last season with West Ham, so it is. So we're going to have new battles for next couple of years. Don't know how long now, but I'd actually like to see Nike as West Ham's make, but not yet. So this is the 25-26 away shirt. This is small. You've got your Umbro, which is embroidered on. You got your Boyle Sports. It says heat pressed down. And I actually like the hammers. So and pretty cool. You've got your generic, just your Umbro label. So you have, and you've got the QuickBooks. That's the accountancy thing. Oh, which is pretty cool. So at the back it didn't get any names on it, so but I will wear it at some stage. That didn't get any in the back. Now, I actually did like this shirt when it came out. It's this season's 3rd away, so normally I don't get the 3rd away normally, so I seen it and I wanted it, and then it sort of reminds me of the 1990s, I think it was 96, 97 West Ham away shirt, had the pony West Ham badge and Dag Motors. Yeah, so it was pretty nice. It's actually like, you can actually see the pattern is like, I'm going to say it's like wallpaper, so it is. The badge, I think the badge is actually heat pressed on. It's not embroidered on, and it's like scratching, so it's very nice. I got the QuickBooks, which is a lot bigger than this one, and I got the Premier League badge and then no room for racism badge on it. Oh, which I had to pay extra. Um, you've got your you've got your generic Umbro badge on it, so yeah, it's pretty nice. That there's actually pressed down, so it is. So they're Border Sports. I know West Ham's changing their sponsor next season because I think the Premier League rules now are not allowing betting companies on the main part. I think they allow them on the side. Um, I got this is this year's 2025-26 Napoli shirt, and this is my first time ever having a Napoli shirt, which is very very nice. I like the EA7. It's like that there's actually pressed down. So this you got your Serie A badge, like the Premier League badge, and then you got your MSC. That's all he pressed down. That there's he pressed down. Did I get that? And you've got your generic badge. I got Scott McTominay in the back. He actually has been playing very, very well since he's went to Napoli. So he's number 8. Oh, it's like shiny. As he pressed down as well. McTominay. And you've got your, I'm not going to pronounce this or butcher this, so Surgana or something. So yeah, it's actually a nice shirt. And you got your C-Fit. And that's the number, if you can see it. Very, very nice. Very nice shirt. And then this is the 2013-2014 Atletico Madrid shirt. And I got, this is one of the shirts I've always wanted for a long time, but never got it. It was actually nice and smooth. The badge itself is not heat press, embroidered on, and that there barren trees actually around Madrid. So it is. I think it's to do with the council. It's to do with the city anyway. I didn't get. There's no La Liga badges on this, so there isn't. The Azerbaijan or Land of Fire is actually heat pressed down, and the Nike swoosh is embroidered on too. I got Diego Costa on the back because big strong striker and he liked to wind up players, but he got sent off too many times. But one of my favourite players. I got this Diego Costa, that's all. He pressed down. You've got your Spanish badge there. You've got your generic Nike badge, so yeah, pretty cool. I'll probably wear it at some stage, so. This is this season's Atletico Madrid top, so. And there's the Nike Atletico Madrid Nike, like your authentic, So I think the badge is heat pressed down, so it is. It's not embroidered, so it's like feels like felt, so it does. Your Nike, is that embroidered on? No, it's just that Nike swoosh is heat pressed down, so it is. I didn't get any names in the back. I didn't get any La Liga badges either on it, so it's not there. I should have got Conor Gallagher in the back, but I didn't. That's a wee bit extra, so. Now, I do have a Paris shirt, but it's Paris FC shirt. I haven't seen anybody review this shirt, and it's actually very nice. They're actually are richer than Paris Saint-Germain, and I think the owner owns, I forget now, but it's Louis Vuitton. I think part of the owners, So yeah, um, I've got the generic label, Adidas. So um, let's see. There's no League Earn on the back on the shirt. So excuse me. Um, let's say Adidas have to be the most class, brilliant make. So the badge is heat pressed down. I'm not too sure if you can hear it. And then Bahrain, what does it say? Bahrain, victorious. That there is heat pressed down too, so it is. But it's a very nice shirt, and I'm not going to pronounce this because it's in French. Because that's heat pressed down too. It's actually a beautiful shirt. It's small. But I will buy some more shirts. Just not at the moment. Just can't afford it. You know. This is one of my favorite tops from Serie A. Is Fiorentina, 90. I think it's 96, 97. I think. So it's a beautiful top. Um, that's just a generic label for this here. It's made by actually another Fila shirt. So if that there is felt, is heat pressed down. That there's heat pressed down too. But it's unreal Nintendo. Beautiful. The badge, Fiorentina's badge embroidered on. And that there. Oh yes, this here. This here is embroidered on as well. It's beautiful. So it is, One of my favourite shirts. I should have got Batiste on the back of this. Was another one there. And then I've got that in the back. So no name. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, I forgot to show you this here. That's like your, what does that say? Fila 1926 AC Fiorentina team garment, so which was nice, so brilliant. One of my favourite shirts. It doesn't have any. It doesn't have any Serie A badges on it, So, but it's funny. I've had. I remember having an AC Milan shirt years ago, and I was a Lotto one, and had Opal. I don't know where it went to, So it was one of my favorite shirts, So, and this is this season's Juventus shirt. I've had quite a few Juventus shirts over the years, but after moving house and whatnot, I'm back in my old bedroom. So I am, so back living with my mum and dad. And yeah, so this is my old room when I was younger. This is this year's 25, 26 Juventus shirt. You've got your Serie A badge there. And you've got your Adidas embroidered also you do. Juventus. I think that there's to do with how many times they've won the Champions League, and that's the pink one. I didn't get anybody in the back, so I didn't. But it's actually a very very nice shirt. And the reason how Juventus became black and white is because I think they didn't have any. I think it was after the war, World War Two, and they didn't have a shirt. So I think they were playing a friendly with Notts County, and then and then Juventus then they adopted the colours from the black and white. Excuse me, the black and white from this here. So and then so there's like an affiliation with Notts County and Juventus. There you've got your excuse me your Adidas and Juventus Adidas label. That's just that there, you know. It's pretty cool. And yeah, nice shirt. You've got your Arrow. If you can see there, Arrow. That's I think it's a beautiful shirt. You know, you've got your Adidas thing, label there. Like I'm not too sure if you scan it will it go to the website. So let's say these are not real, but here these are £11 each. You can't beat that. I'm not going to pay 80 quid for a shirt or £100 for a shirt. But that's why a lot of people do it. So and that's my final shirt now. So yeah, it's pretty nice. It's the Italy top. So it is. Let's say it's got your 4 stars for the World, 4 stars for the World Cup. You've got your Adidas logo. You've got your Adidas tags, generic tags. No, not generic, but you got your Adidas. So and got your small. So very very nice shirts. It's got your Aero ready there. And you've got your not real labels, but let's say I'm not going to pay big money for these. So I actually forget which sites I bought these from. Let's say I followed that guy retro to current. So he does recommendations. So I've bought a few now. So like what else? I can I can remember what else. I had years ago. I had a Northern Ireland shirt, and I had a Northern Ireland rain jacket. So I did, but I, to be honest, I just want to see both North and South do well, you know, and just the divide is not good, And two teams I don't like. I don't like Rangers or Celtic. It's to do with the what's the word sectarianism. I don't like that. You don't need to bring that into football. That's why they're not. For me, that's the reason why I don't like supporting them. Give me West Ham and Atletico any day, but and I used like I say I had an AC Milan shirt back in 94, 93, 94 when Maldini and all were playing, and I want to get back into sporting only from Italy again, but I don't know who. But I've always had like a Spanish. I remember having a Valencia shirt. I can't remember where I bought it now, but I can't remember where I bought it. I'm just trying to think. It had a Nike badge and it had the proper badge, but didn't have any sponsor or anything on that. But it's pretty good. Like I've been to Australia. I know Aussie rules is very big and rugby's big there, and I have an aunt and uncle living there. That's what I have, and actually my uncle who, but say my mum's sister and my uncle, they're originally from Ireland. Excuse me, but my uncle he's a Burnley fan, so he is, and he was excuse me, he's a Burnley fan, so he was supported them whenever they won the championship. It's funny, West Ham was never won the Premier League or won Division One. So I actually got to see. Actually, my brothers played football. There used to be like I'm trying to think now, like they played for a club, but then the club got a chance to go to like a Premier League team game, and I remember going to watch Blackburn play twice. One was I think it might have been 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90. No, it wasn't 1990. It was I think it was 90. It was the time I got the West Ham shirt. It was the 97, 98, and United won the league then. And it was first time seeing it was Blackburn versus Man United. And I remember seeing Andy Cole and Roy Keane all play. Like, it was pretty cool to see that. So I think Man United won 2-0 then, and then the second time I went to see Blackburn play was Newcastle, and just to see football itself, and even though you don't support them, and I think Blackburn won 1-0, but it was brilliant because the fastest player I ever seen was Tamiri Kitsmaya. He was the ball boy from Georgia. He was very, very fast, but I can't even remember who was the manager back then, you know. But yeah, but I remember seeing, let's say, going back to my family, all Spurs fans, and I remember going to see Spurs versus Derry City, and it was the year that they won the FA Cup 90, I think it was 91 they won it, and it was good just to see the experience, because Paul Gascoigne was playing Gary Lineker, Gary, I forget his name now, Gary Walsh, Gary Mabbitt, Eric Toshvat. So it was a good experience to see that play, you know. Pretty cool. You know, sorry about my nose. I've polyps in my nose, and I sound very nasally. So I can't breathe out of that side of a massive polyp here. And it feels like I've got a cold, and I do have trouble sleeping, but that's just the way it is, you know. And I'm not tired too. I do have a full-time job. I'm working in a pharmacy, a warehouse pharmacy down in Oma. So I'm only like, it's 18 miles away, you know. So, but going back to my West Ham, you know, I've watched a lot of West Ham games on TV, and even just watching podcasts, and I enjoy watching podcasts now. Starting to get back into football again after, you know, 3 years of a breakup, you know, so it's not good. So I'm trying to be proactive watching West Ham again, and yes, and I do have a daughter as well, and she's half Irish, half Venezuelan, but yeah, but it's all good, and I would like to get over to see West Ham play at some stage, but I don't think now would be a good time, you know. But even just get a tour of the London Stadium, you know. But I just still think moving from Upton Park to the London Stadium was a massive mistake. Not good, and I'm very lucky I got to see West Ham play at Upton Park. And one player that I really enjoyed was Dimitri Payet. Like, that was a great. The time I went to see West Ham play in 2016, it was Salman Billich's first season, but he inherited more or less Sam Allardyce's team. He was but he brought like a few good flary players like Dimitri Payet. He got Manuel Lanzini on loan from. He came from I think it was the Saudi League or something like that there. But yeah, it's all good. Even I think West Ham played that season. West Ham played Liverpool at Anfield, and we hadn't won there, and I can't remember, but it was the first time we beat Liverpool at Anfield. You know, I remember putting up a post on Facebook, and it was so funny. That's all, you know, great to see West Ham win at Anfield, first time in, I think, 52 years or something like that. And my cousin's husband is a Liverpool fan, and I didn't even know this, you know. So, and next time he see me, I think he sent me a message on Facebook, like, "Hey boy, I'm a Liverpool fan." So I didn't even know what car, you know. Excuse me. But so funny, you know. But let's say most of my friends are all excuse me, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man United, I actually know a couple of Man City fans, but they're not as popular over here, So there's actually a massive, massive Leeds following in here in Fermanagh, where I'm from, and it's it's crazy, So actually, my uncle's a Leeds fan, but his son's a Spurs fan. It's funny because over here, like you could get um, over here in Northern Ireland, anyway, like you could one family could your dad could support, say, Burnley, your son could support Man United. It's crazy because there's not much. I know in England it's more if you support that team, you have to support your father. So I suppose it's different in Liverpool because you've got Everton and Liverpool, but you've got Tranmere as well. So you do. So it's pretty, like one half of your family could be Liverpool, another half could be Everton. So it's pretty cool. But I'm not. I do feel like maybe Everton deserved to go down a couple of seasons ago and had the 10-point deduction. But a couple of my friends are Liverpool fans, not Everton fans. So it's actually the guy I know was over seeing Everton versus Crystal Palace there. I think it was before the international break, and what happened then was he was coming back over from the flight and he got sitting beside Seamus Coleman. And Seamus Coleman is from a small fishing village in Ireland called Killybegs, and it's funny. My ex-wife used to work for a family called Willow Fishing Company, and they know Seamus Coleman, so pretty cool. Um, Another thing too, both of my brothers played football, and my brother Patrick, he played in a thing called the Milk Cup years ago, and he played for Cash, and he played for County Fermanagh in Milk Cup, and he actually got playing in the same Milk Cup team as Roy Carroll, and his brother Bob played football, but he didn't. I think he had a few trials with Arsenal and stuff, but yeah, pretty much that. He didn't get signed, so and he and Roy Carroll signed for Hull then, but he was playing for Ballinamallard United, which is my local club, so which is my dad's cousin is he was the chairman and he founded Ballinamallard United years ago. But they're back. The Ballinamallard are actually back in Division One, so they are. So um, I remember the time I seen my uncle, not my uncle, my dad's cousin in Tesco. That's where I used to work. They asked him about Mark Stafford. About, is it true that he's going to go to um, Linfield? And no, this is already done. So and so I heard it from the horse's mouth that it was already done. So I think after a couple of seasons after that, Balmain didn't really do too well. I know Mark Stafford now is the manager of Balmain. I actually never get to. I've only got to see them once. It just shows the level of Irish football here in the north is just not the best. But I know the south is probably better because it's professional. So, but I remember my guy we used to work with, Hugh Owens. He used to be the chairman of Ards Football Club, and he says if people support the local clubs here in the north, the football would be a lot better than it was. So it's crazy. You know, and yeah, he actually sold. He was doing that. Hugh Owens used to own a petrol station in Newton Ireland, and he was selling. He sold Alan Fettis to Hull, so he did. So while he was working in the shop, So and then my friend William, he's a Southampton fan, but he's originally from Newton Ards, and he being an Ards fan, but Ards sold their club stadium, so they put Ards now play in Bangor's ground, so do so yeah, it's pretty, I don't know, funny, so um but the biggest clubs here in Northern Ireland is Linfield, Coleraine, Glentoran, Ballymena, Coleraine. You've got Cliftonville as well, so yeah, I do think the structure here in the north isn't the best, so it is what it is, and I'm trying to think what else, like, yeah, there has been some unreal um, football moments over the years, and I remember when I played football myself, but I never played competitively. Um, I played like indoor football, and I remember coming home from playing it. I remember seeing the tail end of the, I can't remember which, it was the FA Cup semi final. It was against Arsenal versus Man United, and I played at Villa Park, and just seeing Giggs score that goal, and it's unreal, So, but there's been some class players. But I'm gonna say it now, R9, not this Ronaldo, but the Ronaldo Fantastico, play for Inter Milan and Real Madrid. Best striker. That's what I think. So strong and whatnot, But that's it. That's all of my football shirts I reviewed, and I had a wee talk about football there for a few minutes. Yeah, this is my first time probably recording myself. I'm not that bad, I suppose. Yeah, but anyway, I'm gonna leave it off here now, and thanks for watching my video, and I hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.